So good. My name is Sean Policino, and welcome to the Real World of Real Estate. Again, this is our daily podcast, 2 p.m. daily, posted on various social media channels, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and also where you find your favorite podcast on iTunes, Amazon Music, and Spotify. And so today we're talking about how to earn a 7-figure income in real estate. Okay. And lots of people think about the real estate industry, and it really consists of a lot of different layers. You know, title insurance, a title company is technically in the real estate industry. They insure the title of the property, right? And you've got mortgage company, and a mortgage company helps buyers get a loan for the property, which is in the real estate industry. And then you've got real estate agents, right? Real estate agents represent buyers, sellers, and investors that are looking to buy residential or commercial real estate, where we are in the real estate industry as well. You've got investors. Are they in the real estate industry? I would say they are, and a lot of people think that if they want to invest in real estate, then that's a real estate business. And yes, it can be. Some investors buy and hold, which means that they're going to buy a property and hold on to it and rent it out. And they're going to see appreciation over long term. And then there's some people that buy and sell or buy and flip. And then there's even these people called wholesalers, which put them in between the opening of an escrow and the closing of an escrow. And they find a deal, and then in the escrow period, they get that locked up under a contract. And once they've done that, they then go find a seller that they can sell to, and they assign their rights to that transaction away for a fee. So for example, if they found a great deal at $200,000 and it's worth $300,000, and they find a buyer that's willing to buy it at $225,000, then they turn around and sign their rights away, and they earn $25,000 in that process. That's called wholesaling. Okay. So if you think about, excuse me, the real estate industry, there's lots of different facets. I mean, there's home warranty companies that sell a policy, an insurance policy on a property, and they do it in the transaction when the consumer buys the property. They have the opportunity to buy a home warranty plan. So are they in the real estate industry? I would say yes, they are. And so we could sit here and think about lots of different sub entities that are in the real estate industry that facilitate the transaction. Natural hazards disclosure is a excuse me, I have a bad my voice is scratchy because I've got laryngitis and I've got bad allergies, so I apologize for the coughing. So we talk about natural hazards disclosures company. They actually facilitate a report that every buyer gets when they buy a property, and every state has different rules and laws around what statutory disclosures have to be made to the buyer in this transaction. And so to make sure that they do it right, most people hire a natural hazards disclosure. Natural hazards could be earthquake, it could be fire, it could be hurricane, it could be tornado, lots of natural hazards. Could be hail if you live in Texas. So natural hazards disclosure discloses all that stuff to the buyer, and they're a company that was formed out of the necessity to make sure that those statutory disclosures were met. So being here in the real world of real estate, I'm a real estate agent. My name is Sean, and I run a real estate team, as well as I sell real estate myself. In fact, I was out with 4 different buyers this weekend, took a new listing. That's me doing personal production. I also have a real estate team. We have 9 on the team right now, and I also help them coach, mentor, train, provide leads, provide marketing, provide systems and tools to my team members. and I get a share of the commission when they close the transaction. That's me having a real estate team. And the reason I'm explaining this is because this plays into the narrative today, which is how to earn a 7-figure income in real estate. Okay. Now you get to decide how you want to do that. At our brokerage at EXP, we have 8 different ways of making money using my real estate license. And one of them is the traditional way, which is representing buyers and sellers. And then the other 7 ways involve stock and other revenue streams, like for example, express offers gives me a way of having a franchise within my company where I can represent cash offers to clients within a 24-hour close. Okay, and that allows me to offer a wholesale price to a client if they want to sell their home and not go through all the showing rigmarole and the staging the property and making sure that everybody's out of the house while the showings are happening. They could sell to a wholesaler, and I would be able to represent that wholesaler and get paid a commission. And then when the house gets renovated and ready for sold, that wholesaler is going to flip the house, and I, as the agent, would represent the flipper, the wholesaler again, and sell the home to the open market and get paid a commission again. Excuse me. That is called express offers, and that's something that some of the major companies have. Keller Williams has one called Keller Offers. Redfin does this through the Redfin platform. So many of the big companies have these institutional buyer programs where the agents have an additional revenue stream that they could capitalize on. So the answer to the question is, how do I create a 7-figure income in real estate? And that looks like being a diversified business where you have different streams of income coming in. For me, example is that I have a real estate team, but I also sell real estate. When I sell real estate representing buyers and sellers, my team doesn't get any share of that. I get a share of the team's business when they sell real estate. So that's 2 separate verticals. I just explained express offers. That's a separate vertical. Okay. If I were to add mortgage industry income into my business, meaning every time a buyer in my buyer business, whether it be on my team or whether it be my personal production, every time a buyer needs a loan, I help that buyer get a loan. Now, a lot of people think this is illegal, and it's not illegal. It's actually been challenged in 33 states. And our company, AmeriFirst Mortgage, has won all 33 challenges. Now, there are some rules. Your brokerage has to be okay with this. So if you're with RE/MAX and they say, no, you can't do that, then my opinion is you should find a broker partner that gives you the ability to do both mortgages and help the buyer find a home to buy. Because think about it from this rationale. If a buyer trusts you to help them find their home, don't you think they're going to trust you in helping them get a good loan? And shouldn't you be compensated for that? Absolutely. So the topic for today, how do I earn a 7-figure income in real estate, is to diversify, is to partner with a brokerage partner that gives you multiple different ways. And with my brokerage partner, EXP, I get 10 different ways. 8 of those comes within EXP, and the other 2 come from RELO, which is Real Estate Agent Loan Originator, RELO Funding, which is a subsidiary of AmeriFirst Mortgage. Now, I am in the process of getting my mortgage license so that I'm legal and compliant in being able to do that. But treating your business, your license, like a business gives you the ability to diversify and have multiple streams of income. If I have all these other streams of income and I make hundreds of thousands of dollars over here on these streams, and the real estate sales part of it, representing buyers and sellers, is a small part of the overall picture. And that's actually pretty cool because then it gives me the ability to not rely on just that one piece and grow as a business. So I encourage people to get your real estate license, get your mortgage license, and have a mortgage division within your real estate business. Now, RE/MAX says, no, you can't do that. Now, that's not illegal for them to say that. It's also not illegal for you to find a brokerage partner that will allow you to do that. Okay, and I'm just looking here on Clubhouse here. We've got a couple people in the room. If you guys would like to come up on stage, wave your hand. I see one person here, Cap, has a question. I don't know if I can I'll invite Cap to speak. And the real world of real estate is about handling real world questions from real estate people in the industry. Doesn't mean they have to be a real estate agent. It could be somebody that just wants to be an investor. I have a meeting that I scheduled with somebody from yesterday's show that is going to meet with me, and I'm going to show them ways that they can invest. And I think they should get their real estate license. I know lots of investors that buy properties, that they invest in real estate to hold on to them, and they don't have a license. You don't necessarily have to have a license to do that. But personally, I think it's a great idea because when you get your license, it opens up all sorts of other ways for you to be able to have a business in the real estate industry. So, Cap, are you there?
Yes, I'm right here. How are you doing today, Sean?
Doing amazing. I'm going to go ahead and turn the volume up here so I can make sure that the folks on Zoom here can hear as well, so they can hear your questions. So what question do you have?
Well, basically, we're doing a new thing here, okay? And I would just like to get your feedback about what we're doing, okay?
Sure.
So actually, we are an investing company, a real estate investing company. We do help investors to reach out for motivated sellers that they're looking for. So basically what we do, we provide them with qualified leads and with the qualifications they're asking for, whatever the area that they're talking about, whatever state they're talking about. So I knew that that might be like something new to the market. Okay. So I would just like to know, what do you think about it?
Sure.
I think that's like,
well, Cap, I get calls like your quoting what you just said about your company and what you guys do. I get calls probably 3 to 5 a day with people trying to sell me leads. And it sounds to me like you're a lead service. Is that what you would say you are?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And I would just say it's not a new thing. And I get inundated. I'm sure other agents, anybody else that's in the room here, we have a few other folks listening as well, can probably testify that as a company selling leads, there's lots and lots of people, and I just get inundated with phone calls, and it's hard for me to spend money on leads when I can generate my own leads. So to be honest with you, I mean, I've been with companies that sell leads that don't do a really good job, and so it's hard for me. I don't know your company specifically to comment on the types of leads that you're providing. But if you could be like, for example, I'll use an example of Realtor.com as a lead service. They provide a service called OpCity. Have you ever heard of it?
No, sir, I did not.
So as an agent like myself,
it's called OpCity?
It's called OpCity, OpCity. And as a lead service, I can enroll in OpCity as long as my brokerage is enrolled in it. And Realtor.com, you know what Realtor.com is, correct?
Yes, sir, I do.
So Realtor.com is as big as Zillow. I would say maybe Zillow's a little bit bigger, has a little bit more name recognition and Google, and the Google search results. But Realtor.com is a monster in the sense that consumers go to Realtor.com to see listings that agents like myself have, right? And so I can generate a lead, an actual live transfer phone call, and Realtor.com charges 35% of the commission when that's closed. They don't charge me anything up front to have that lead. So
well, basically, Sean, let me tell you something. We've been in this market for over 5 years right now, and actually, what we look forward is to have like a serious relationship between the investor and our company. So actually, it's like more of like we're basically like not making the investor go through this hustle. Okay. And like, for example, we do have a client that is asking for a specific qualifications about something. Like, for example, we're talking about Florida, we're talking about Tampa, and he would like to get like, specific qualifications in the properties that he's looking for. So as an investor, he keeps on digging and digging, like you just told me. He keeps on searching for leads through Realtor.com, through Zillow, whatsoever.
You're talking about properties. He's searching for properties.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, and basically what we do, we're just gonna, we're not gonna make the investor go through this hustle. You know what I mean?
You're gonna pair them. You're gonna pair them with a real estate agent that's gonna help them find the property.
Yes, sir. That's what we're gonna do. Well, actually, we're gonna get in direct contact with the homeowners. Like, we do have a very good list, okay, all over the states, for homeowners, for property owners, and we do get in touch with them. We see like who are the really motivated sellers, like who are the people who really want to sell their properties. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we do like provide like, of course, it depends on the qualifications that the investor or the client is asking for. Like, for example, you are a client, you're asking for specific qualifications. You would like to get a property that is, for example, 900 square feet, that is in a specific neighborhood. That's our job, okay? Like, that's what we basically do. We don't let the investor go through the hustle, and we provide him with like qualified and very hot leads, like people who are really interested. For example, I heard that you were speaking about the mortgage. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Of course, sometimes there are people who are landlords, for example. It's just a scenario that I'm gonna tell you based on my experience. They're just landlords, and they just had enough with the tenants who are in the property, that they're not paying the lease whatsoever, and that's why they can't pay the mortgage.
Right.
You know? That's why they're being late in paying their mortgage. So that's the type of lead that we're looking for. That's a landlord who's looking to sell his property, for example, because he's sick and tired of this. So he just want to pay off his mortgage. He just want to pay off himself, and of course he doesn't want to lose. But that's what we're looking for.
Sure.
That's what I mean when we say like people who really want to sell their property.
So you want. So Cap, not to cut you off, but we're on a podcast here, and I want to bring value to everybody listening. So what you're looking to do is you're looking for real estate agents to bring you the potential sellers.
Yeah, somehow that's what we basically do, but it's with more details, okay?
Right.
So Sean, let me just go through like real quick what we do, okay? What we do, we get in touch with homeowners, okay, with property owners. We get in touch with them. We ask them about the qualifications of their property, like how many square foot, how many bedrooms, any major minor repairs whatsoever. How much would they like to get for their property? Of course, we're aware with the market value of the property before we get in touch with the property owner. I mean, so we minimize everything for the investor. So we just provide him with an interested seller or someone who's really motivated in selling his property. And that's how we link up between the investor or the buyer and the seller. You got my point? Okay,
yeah, I'm trying to follow you how the real estate agent fits in, and what you're doing benefits the real estate agent, and how the leads, if there's leads given to the real estate agent, or you're looking for leads from the real estate agent.
No, we are the one who are providing the leads for the real estate agent.
And the leads are investors that want to buy. And then it's the
opposite. It's the opposite.
Sellers that want to sell.
Simplify it more. Okay. Let me try to deliver for you what we basically do. What we're trying to do, we're trying to find motivated sellers through cold calling. Okay. We do cold callings. We call homeowners to see if they want to sell their property. If they do, we take the leads, and of course we're gonna give them to, or we're gonna pass them to the investor or to the real estate agent. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
And that's how he's gonna be getting a lead.
Sure.
So basically, he's gonna be getting a very hot lead, someone who really want to sell their property, someone who's who can't wait to sell their property.
So did you come on here? You have a question for me, or is this a sales pitch to me?
I'd like to know what do you think about this service and the podcast as well. Like, I can't hear them, of course. So I want to tell you, I want to know how they feel about it. Like, what do they think about it?
Sure. Well,
Is that a good service that we provide?
yeah, like I said to you, I think it sounds like an interesting idea. I don't know that it's been one that I've heard before. Um, I'd like to know who are you doing it for, and give me some references. If I was an agent interested, I would ask for probably some references on some people that have actually experienced your program and utilized it. Do you charge upfront fees? If you charge upfront fees, I'm going to be very skeptical of your service, only because
No, of course not. Of course not. We're going to provide you with a service. That's first of all. After we provide you with the service, you're going to pay us. Makes sense, right?
so you pay on you're paid on a referral fee basis, not on an upfront monthly fee basis.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's good. That's all good stuff. So that's just a couple of the things that I would look for. If you'd like to email me, my email address is Sean, SEAN, at Poliseno, POLISENO. Sure. Sean, SEAN, at Poliseno, POLISENO, real estate spelled out.com. You can also call me real estate spelled out. Yep. .com. You can also call me at 818-338-8787. But I'm going to go ahead and see if there's anybody else that has any questions and get back into what the topic is here for today. I appreciate the commentary, Cap. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Sean. But before we go, can you give me again your phone number? Because I didn't.
Sure, 818, and this is for anybody in the group or on the show. If you want to call me anytime, you can. My number is 818-338-8787. You can text me at that number as well. And you can find a recording of this if you're interested in hearing it back on YouTube, and then Spotify and Amazon Music and iTunes as well. And I'm going to get back to the talking. Thank you so much.
Right now, I'm going to subscribe to your page on YouTube. Okay.
Sounds good, Cap. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. Of course, and thank you so much for your feedback. Okay. I'm going to be emailing you all the details about my company and what we do. And of course, if you have any references, if you have anyone interested, just let me know. Okay?
Sure, sounds good. And then maybe one day we can share it on the show as that actually is the topic. Okay.
Perfect. Sounds good.
All right. Bye-bye.
Nice to talk to you.
You too.
All right, Sean. Bye-bye.
So if there's anybody else that would like to talk or share any questions or commentary, I'm open to it. That's what this show is all about. It's the real world of real estate, which is actually, like this gentleman here at Cap is talking about, a way that he's trying to take a business idea in the real estate business, in the industry of real estate, and bring that to, to make profit for himself, his family, his partners, his investors, who he has involved in his company. But taking the investor and pairing it with motivated sellers is what real estate agents do, right? That's what we do as well. And we earn a commission. And what Cap is saying is he wants to participate in that commission by getting a referral fee. And this is a standard practice. If I'm a real estate agent and I have a family member that's moving from LA to New York, I call an agent in New York and say, hey, can you help my family? And they say, yes, great. They will, if they earn a commission, they're going to pay me as the referring party a 25% commission. They earn the 75% of the commission as the recipient of my referral. And so this is a concept, this referring concept is a concept that Cap is trying to utilize, and lots of agents do. The Express Offers program, which is an institutional investor. Those are, when I say institutional investors, they're larger companies that buy in bulk. They buy a lot of property. And so the Express Offers is a platform that allows me to pair a seller, a motivated seller that's willing to sell for, 70 to 80% of retail value, okay, and sell it to the investor, the institutional buyer. And I can facilitate that through the Express Offers platform. And that's something that EXP offers. Again, there are other companies like Keller Williams is called Keller Offers, and Redfin has the same model. And if you've ever toured a Redfin property, you've probably seen some properties that you could actually, that they own it. Redfin owns it. and Redfin is buying that. They're acting as the investor, buying the property, renovating it, and then turning around and selling it for a profit. And they have agents in their company, Redfin agents, that are going to help them get it sold. So that's a great concept, Cap. It is relatively new. I do get a lot of phone calls every day, 3 to 5 a day, trying to sell me leads. So I would say, Cap, try not to make it sound like a lead service, as more of a matchmaking service, because as a lead service, agents are going to put up red flags. We get the fact that you're not charging upfront fees is great. We get solicited with people charging upfront fees, and we pay the money, and then as agents we find out it never provided a good lead, a viable lead. So I can generate Facebook leads. In fact, if you listen to some of my previous shows last week as well as yesterday, we talked about Facebook lead generation and how to generate low cost leads. And these are motivated sellers, motivated buyers, that you have their contact information. If I can do that at a low cost at $2 per lead, paying hundreds of dollars a month to be part of a lead service sometimes is disenfranchising, and it doesn't last very long. So back to the topic. The topic at hand is how to create a 7-figure income in real estate. And so this is not mutually exclusive to real estate agents, but a real estate agent license gives you license to, have one vertical out of many verticals of income. We talked about the mortgage side of it, how you could be a real estate agent and also capitalize on the mortgage side. On that particular stream of income, you would get paid a 0.5% referral fee for every loan that goes through your business. If you wanted to take on full responsibility and do the loan in its entirety, you could get paid as much as 1.5% of the loan amount that the borrower is borrowing. Okay, so I'd earn the real estate commission as well as the loan commission. And the way you do that is by having a net branch. It's called a net branch through AmeriFirst Mortgage. If you want to simplify it and at least just get a referral fee, which means I don't want to do the mortgage in its entirety, but I want to originate the mortgage and then have an actual loan officer do the mortgage, then that's called reload funding. And that is AmeriFirst Mortgage will partner you with an actual loan officer, what we call a Sherpa. And the Sherpa is the guy that gets to go up Mount Everest ahead of the whole pack. If I'm going to climb Mount Everest, the Sherpa is going to lay the lines, clear the path, and make sure that I'm going to succeed and summit Mount Everest. And it's also going to take some of the risk out of it. That's the Sherpa. So in our business, the Sherpa is the loan officer that's going to actually do the loan. I'm the front end originating the loan. And for doing that, I get a 0.5% paid to me in a referral fee. Now, on a $500,000 home purchase with a loan amount of $450,000, a 0.5% is $2,250. So I get an extra $2,250 because I started the application. I hate to tell you, but 99% of the real estate agents out there are doing this anyways. And they're doing it for a loan partner that they've partnered with, but they earn nothing in the commission because it's illegal to, unless they go through and connect themselves to a mortgage company and get a mortgage license. By doing that, they can now earn that $2,250 commission, which, by the way, is on a $500,000 purchase, is a 24% pay increase. Who wants a pay raise? Okay, this is how you can do it, and it's called reload funding. If you're interested in it, call me at 818-338-8787. Message me, hit me up on Clubhouse, whatever channel you're seeing this on, you can message me. I will get that message. We'll set up a one-on-one Zoom meeting and do a deep dive on how this reload funding can benefit your business. But if you put all these together, representing buyers and sellers and earning commission, doing commercial real estate, using express offers to represent cash buyers, put a cash buyer and make a match with a seller that wants to sell not on the market, off market, then that's called express offers. Reload funding, okay? Capitalizing on a team and how a team, being a licensed agent, selling my own real estate, and also capitalizing on the profit from a team put all these together, and you too will have a 7-figure income. I can guarantee it if you were to do all these. And if you're interested in getting coaching around it, that's where Icon Coaching comes in. I'm also a real estate coach. I earn an income from coaching as well, another vertical in the real estate industry. So there are more than 10 verticals. I could sit down and go through each one with you, which one interests you. Like Cap here is using that vertical of trying to play matchmaker. We can use express offers to do that similarly. And that's called express offers referrals. So iBuyer referrals is one of the 8 verticals that EXP gives you. Express offers is one of those 8 verticals. Selling real estate is one of those 8 verticals. So if you're, I'm hoping to expose you to the various ways. Now, let's say you just want to be a real estate investor. I have money in the bank that's burning a hole in my pocket, and I want to just invest in real estate for my own portfolio. I'm going to hold on to that portfolio. This is a way to make money. Okay. Obviously, as a real estate agent, I come across deals that are quote unquote good deals. And so I could buy any one of those myself. And I do own real estate. I do have my own real estate investments. I am a buy and hold person where I have rentals. I could take those rentals and rent them to just any tenant, or I could choose to do vacation rentals. That's a whole nother vertical. And that's where you rent by the day instead of by the month. And when you rent by the day, there's extra work. You have to obviously turn the property over. You have to clean it, kind of like a hotel room before you give it to the next tenant. But they're tenants. They're just daily tenants. So this is a way to maximize the rental. You could probably get 20 to 30% more in monthly rent by doing a daily rental through VRBO or Airbnb. It's a common thing that a lot of people are doing nowadays. I know people that even do it with cars instead of houses. So that is just one example of a vertical that you could add. So back to the topic for today, how do I create a 7-figure income in real estate? It's by adding those verticals that you do that. Okay, and I could share over 50 different lead generation strategies using a real estate license and a mortgage license to be able to do that. So if you're interested in connecting with me, please like the content, share it, go on the various channels. I would appreciate whatever your favorite channel is. If it's Instagram, find us there. If it's YouTube, find us there. LinkedIn, wherever that is, preferably YouTube. I think that's going to be kind of my go-to place, but also on our podcast on Spotify and iTunes and Amazon Music. So before we wrap up, is there anybody in the group? I see anybody with their hand up that would like to be invited up on stage. We can answer questions, talk about real world problems or strategies, just like Cap did a little bit ago. Anybody in Clubhouse that would like to do that? Going once, going twice, going 3 times. So I scheduled a meeting yesterday from somebody that was on the Clubhouse podcast from yesterday, and we're going to talk about real estate investing. So I just made a connection with Cap, and he's going to share with me his program. Maybe it's something I'll take advantage of, but I definitely have an open mind. And I can tell you for 16 years, I had a very closed mind while I was at Keller Williams. So I would encourage you today to just have an open mind, talk to people. There's lots of ways to make money in real estate. And if you want a 7-figure income, connect with me and I will share with you, and I'll give it to you for free. So my name is Sean Policino. Welcome to the real world of real estate. And we will see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. right here on Clubhouse and on all the various channels as well. Live here on Clubhouse though at the moment. Okay. Talk to you later, guys. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.